Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So the Challenger appears, the series returns. Pretty much the same concept as in the previous Cross-Banlist Cup last year. We have a deck outside of the Cross-Banlist Cup challenging a couple of decks here in this cups. And then of course the point is to get as many wins as possible, as you saw previously in the ranking system here for this specific series. This is the deck list used: Cyberjar, OTK, it's not an FTK. Sometimes you have the potential to deck out your opponent, you know, with card destruction, serial spell, the lovely shenanigans. So this is a deck list used. So let's not waste any more time and let's see which our first opponent is. Alright, first opponent, I get to start, and this is an okay hand. I mean, especially for the time being, back in like the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! The deck was somewhat stally with the main deck level limit area be Swords of Revealing Light, for example. A lot of draw cards with Pot of Greed, Upstart Goblin, etc. Phoenix, who, no, it's not Phoenix, it's Feather of the Phoenix. That's it, you know, discard one card and then pick one random card. You can pick one from your grave and put it back on the top of your deck. That works well with your draw cards. And your main copies, your main targets of the deck here are both the Shallow Grave, you know, it's like a monster reborn for both players, to special summon the monster face down. And that works well with your Cyberjar and of course your Book of Tayu. Book of Tayu flips your monster face up, so it's like the other part of Book of Moon, right? And those are the two key pieces, next to card destruction and serial spell. I believe it was released in RDS. Again, a very old set, but yeah, this is how you want to do it. I mean, Cyberjar nets you 5 extra cards, your opponent as well, and if those cards, picked up cards, are not monsters, you know the monsters are special summoned, either attack or defense position. The other cards, so spells and traps, will go to your hand, or yeah, your opponent's hand as well. And then a couple of times using Cyberjar's effect like this way, your opponent will have multiple cards in his hand, over his about 10 cards or more, and then you can eventually finish off the duel with card destruction, followed up, chained by the serial spell. And you know, serial spell, it's a quick play spell, also a very old spell card. By the moment you activate it, it copies the previously activated spell card with the effect at the cost that you discard your whole hand. So that's why that's the reason you don't need to draw, or that you don't draw for the card destruction here, since you discarded your whole hand. But your opponent does, so your opponent will draw 2 times with card destruction, as you see here. So eventually I win this first game. Alright, spellbooks are next. I think he can... No, I get to start indeed. Thunder Dragon is an excellent card here, since it's like nice tribute fodder, discard fodder for like graceful charity, card destruction to give you an extra draw opposed to the fact that it was one card before. But yeah, discard fodder for your discard cards. Here, my hand isn't really too great. The deck does have a high chance of breaking, and since your main card, your main priority is to get to your Cyberjar as fast as possible. Spell Reproduction was like a watered down version of Magical Stone Excavation. I believe it wasn't out yet at the moment when this deck was legal, or yeah, this version at least was played. But after that, you know, Spell Reproduction needs to discard 2 spells, and Magical Stone Excavation is just a better version. Card Destruction serial spell for GG, well played. Alright, next opponent. This could be a problem, since the fact he does start, the opponent does start here, and I believe my only spell and trap destruction is, I believe, the Heavy Storm, and you know, at least the Tengu Plant deck does run cards like Solemn Strike, Solemn Judgment, I believe, as well. Trap Does Shoot is also a quite crucial card, but the hand traps, you know, Veiler is very, very important. He already discarded one Veiler here in his opening hand due to the card destruction, and I run into kind of unexpected Solemn Warning. I can play around it because I think I said indeed the Shallow Grave earlier. Because I had like a lot of cards set, but now 5 extra cards to work with, and one of them being a Pot of Greed, so again very crucial, and he is able to search out a Veiler. I do have a few options to bypass a possible Veiler. Dragged Down into the Grave is an option, but as you see here, Book of Moon is an option as well, and Book of Moon is at 3 in the deck. Dragged Down is also at 3, but yeah, again, I can bypass the Veiler and get another Cyber Jar off, so 5 new extra cards to work with. My main priority here is to get to card destruction, Serial Spell. I did draw into Serial Spell, so now thanks to Spell Reproduction, I can deck out my opponent like a skillful duelist. So GG, well played. Okay, next deck, and I believe I get to start. My hand is okay. I'm not a huge fan of Reload, but you have to run. Well, back in the old days, old school days, there weren't too many good draw cards, and you just needed, you needed to run cards like Reload to, you know, dig in, do that, at least to give you a higher chance to draw into your Cyber Jar. Activating Swords of Revealing Light, I could have done that, since you know his, at least ABCs in general, are super consistent of getting out something like Dweller or, yeah, ABC Dragon Buster, and Buster just craps on this deck completely. I do draw Heavy Storm to blow him away, but ABC Dragon Buster is still a huge problem. And here you will see my only out to this that I still have a chance is the Book of Moon, the Dragon Buster, get rid of it, and hope to get lucky with my one draw into like the Cyber Jar, but sadly, nope, no Cyber Jar, so GG. Alright, that's it. First episode of the challenge appears. We have Cyber Jar ending up, as you see here, with 3 wins. So 4 matches and 3 wins. Currently 1 deck, first place. Feel free to leave suggestions of decks you want to see in this Challenger Appears series, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.